Welcome back to my channel. I am Anushka, and in this video I'll be talking about the different types of books that are out there. For the longest time I used to struggle to find a difference between fiction and non-fiction. I know it's very easy, but I don't know. I used to get so confused, and a few days back I got a comment from one of my subscribers telling me to do a video about the different types of books that are out there, and I felt like this is something that needs to be addressed. If I used to get confused, then I think there are a lot of other people, especially beginners, who actually don't know the different types of books that are out there, and this will be helpful for them to actually select the books if they want to buy a book. So I hope this video is helpful for you, and if so, then don't forget to like this video. With that said, let's just quickly get started with this video. So I've divided this video into 3 sections. First, I'll be talking about books based on their appearance. Second, on the basis of the theme. Third, on the basis of the genre. Now, there are chances that I might miss something because this is a vast topic, okay? Things may overlap, and one thing can be also divided into different categories. So bear with me, okay? I cannot include each and everything. If you know anything more than me, then you are free to comment down below, all right? So let's start with the first category. On the basis of appearance, I've divided the books in 4 categories. First are paperbacks, which are the soft books, okay? The books which have soft covers, outer covering. They are mostly glued together. They are the most common books out there. The third one are the hard covers. As the name suggests, their cover is hard bound, okay? They are hard books. They are much better in quality, but they are obviously much costlier as well. The third category is an e-book or electronic book. As the name suggests, you can read these books online. You can read them on your tablet, on your laptop, or even on your phone. The fourth category are audiobooks. Audiobooks are books wherein a narrator actually narrates or reads the story aloud for you to hear. In the second section, I've categorized books on the basis of theme. First on that list are graphic novels. Now, graphic novels, as the name suggests, have graphics or visuals in them, along with some text. Most common example are comic books. The second type of books are coffee table books. Coffee table books, as the name suggests, are used on coffee tables when someone is relaxing, because these do not usually have text. They have big pictures and are hardbound covers. These are much fancier books, so as to say. The third kind of books are novellas. Now, novellas are smaller than novels, but they are bigger than short stories. This is a longer version of a short story in a single book is called a novella. The next category is anthology. Now, anthology is very common these days, especially on Instagram. People have these collection of poems and short stories. They collect it and form a book, and that is known as an anthology. And now let's talk about the main category, that is differentiating books on the basis of genre. Now here, chances are that one book might overlap different categories as well. One book can be a part of different genres, so that's totally okay. Now, there are mainly two genres, fiction and non-fiction. Hear me out, I used to get so confused in here. So fiction books are the ones in which stories are made up. They are not about real facts and figures. Here the story is developed by the author. Example are like all the fantasy novels, all the dystopian novels, Hunger Games, Twilight, Kite Runner, Game of Thrones. All those books come under the category of fiction. Next are non-fiction. Now, non-fiction are the ones which are based on facts, which are inspired from real events. All the autobiographies, all the memoirs, all the biographies like The Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra or any Wings of Fire. All those memoirs, all right, they come under the non-fiction category. Also, all the self-help books, all the motivation books, these come under the category of non-fiction. Now, let's divide. Now, these fiction and non-fiction also have subcategories. So, let's talk about first fiction. The first category in fiction are fantasy novels. Now, fantasy novels are the ones where the world is totally made up. Everything is made up by the author, all the characters, the world. It has magical system, it has supernatural human beings, all those things, right? Some example of these can be the very common Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Percy Jackson series. These are classic fantasy novels. The next category I want to talk about are action or adventure novels. Now, action or adventure novels are the ones where our main character actually goes through a lot of adventure and action, and the most common example are Dan Brown books, where you feel that adventure with him. You know that he's doing a lot of things. There are a lot of things going on. There is a lot that is happening different from his normal life. Now, the third category is science fiction. Science fiction is the one which deals with future, where futuristic approach is taken, where we talk about what if this might happen in future, what if this introduces. Most common example is Dune, if you've heard about it. Martian is a science fiction. Hitchhiker's Galaxy is also a science fiction. The next category, the fourth category, is dystopian. Now, dystopian can be considered a part of science fiction, but it's still different. Dystopian is set in a near future. It's not the approximate future. The most common example is the Hunger Games, where we're not talking about robots and all the technology. We're talking about the changes which come in society, in culture. In Hunger Games, there are so many things which happen, where the world changed. There are not a lot of technology that has come in the world, but the world has changed. Human beings have changed. That is dystopian. Divergent is also an example of dystopian. The fifth category is crime and mystery. Hands down, the most common example in this one are Agatha Christie's novel, where a crime is committed and the whole story revolves around that crime, and you have this mystery that one person is solving that mystery, and the whole story revolves around it. Now, thriller novels can be a part of crime mystery, can be a part of adventure, can be a part of romance, can be a part of dystopian as well. Thriller is any novel which gives you spike, which raises your blood pressure, or where the pacing is extremely fast and you feel that thrill. Any of, let's say, Percy Jackson series can also be considered a thriller. Dan Brown can also be considered a thriller. Any romantic novel as well can be considered a thriller as well. Next category, as I said, is romance. Now, romance is, as you know, anywhere where a love story is happening is a romance. Pick out any of Indian novels. Joy Datta's novels are romantic novels. Let's take an international, Sally Thorne's novels. The Hating Game is a romantic novel. All those novels are romantic novels. A most recent category which has been included into fiction is the young adult fiction. Here, books which are written for teens are included. Example, Fault in Our Stars and All the Bright Places, and so many more than like that. The next one on my list are classic novels. Now, classic novels are the ones which have stood the test of time, like, Pride and Prejudice, Kill the Mockingbird, Man's Search for Meaning. All the classic basically are the ones which have been going since years, and people still love all those novels. I think you all know about it. The next category is historical fiction. Now, historical fiction is different from classic, okay? Historical fiction books are the ones which are inspired from historical events. They are based in that era. They are not classics, all right? They are written in this time and age, but they are inspired and they are based in that time. Example, The Book Thief, most common one. You can also take Khalid Hosseini's, any of his books like The Thousand Splendid Suns or The Kite Runner. That can also be considered a historical fiction, right? And those are all the categories I could come up with. In fiction category, there may be also subcategories. You can, divide books into so many subcategories as well, but I do not want to lengthen this video. And now let's talk about non-fiction. In non-fiction, first and foremost, let's talk about an autobiography. As the name suggests, autobiographies are books which are written by a person about his own life, by himself. Most common example is an autobiography of a yogi, which is most popular these days, or Wings of Fire by APJ Abdul Kalam. The next kind of category is a biography. Biography is something which is written about a person's life, not by himself, but by any other person. Example, Steve's Job by Walter Isaac, the most popular one. Okay, there are other books, biographies written for Gandhi as well, for Mother Teresa as well. The third category are the ones which are known as memoirs. Now, memoirs are different from biography and autobiography because memoirs are based for a certain period of time in a person's life. Example, Unfinished. Now, Unfinished is not a biography or an autobiography. It is about it is a collection of few life incidents of Priyanka Chopra. It does not include her entire life, and that is a memoir. The next kind of non-fiction are the most popular ones, the self-help and motivation books. These are the books, for example, Think Like a Monk, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Daily Stoic, and all such motivational books. The next category are historical non-fictions, which state historic facts. An example would be An Era of Darkness by Shashi Tharoor, and any of the history books which state historical facts. Another category are all the academic books which state exact facts. They can all be considered and are part of non-fiction books. Another type of non-fiction books can be all the travel guides, all the cookbooks, recipe books, because they state facts. Hence, they can also be a part of non-fiction books. You can also include any more books if you wish to under non-fiction categories which you think state facts and which are based on real events. And yeah, I hope you find this video helpful. It sufficed your or increased your knowledge on books, on the type of books which are out there. And if it did, then don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and also comment down below. If you have any requests or any video ideas, you are free to comment down below and let me know. I would love to make a video. And with that said, the light is completely gone, and I know this video won't look nice at this moment, so I hope so I'll see you later with another video. Until then, bye bye.